Hello, soy sauce.
Okay. So if you're recording, for anybody who doesn't know, I'm Sayu. I'm the person who built iCore, Nautilus, and Catalyze, and I had help with Khan with building iCore.
Yes. So, yeah, this is a very, very popular map creator on Coaster Town, and well, let's just say he has some pretty good skills. That's for sure. Do you do scripting?
Yes, I do scripting. I did some scripting. I would say I had a lot of help from Zeta and Mr. Savage. I would say if you need help with scripts, ask them before you ask me.
Yeah, I've heard about Mr. Savage. Rest in peace on the Coaster Town server for being banned by a very toxic player named Tyler PW. Yeah, let's
Oh, I
not get
got
into
banned for
that.
criticism. That's the
We
worst part is he's like, "Oh, be free to criticize me," and then the second you criticize him, he just bans you.
basically that's
Yeah, it's
typically how the
terrible.
bullshit goes, yeah? All
Yeah,
right. So first question of all of the questions is what are you most proud of? Like what map are you most proud of making?
I would say it would have to be Catalyze because for Icor, I would say Khan had to have done more work than me, like maybe 60-40, him being the 60. And Icor, I had like a lot of inspiration, especially from Japanese art, as well as a couple of Terraria builds. So I would say Catalyze is the one that I'm most proud of.
That is a really good map. Not lying at all. So
Oh,
did you make any what's your like did you make any parkour maps and like are they really really hard?
I made a couple
I'm
of
pretty sure
hard
Icor
ones.
is, right?
I would say they're all around the same difficulty. Just like in general, I would say the hardest one would have to be Nautilus, but that's because of the script in there making you have to like complete it in a certain time.
Oh yeah, I hate those time limits. All right. Next question here is when did you start like when did you start this whole idea of joining the community and building such crazy maps for people to go try hard mode or like completely like rage over really hard maps? Like what inspired you to come to all of this in the first place?
That's actually if I had to pick like a start, it'd have to be a very old player for that like quit ages ago. His name was Game O Pro. I don't think you've seen him, but like because he's probably never played in 2 years or so. But he had like a passion for building, and and his passion definitely went on to me and Khan as well. And I think that's why how we got like started making our first collab as well. Like we there was we had like a pretty like looking back at it, it's not that great of a parkour, but like we've had a bunch of maps that we built before it. uh One was called Yadagarasu and the other one was called Agokigahara, and they're like pretty mediocre maps, but like they definitely kickstarted our passion for building.
Oh, nice. So it's really good. It's really good. All right. Next
Yeah,
question is
there's always a process. Like you're
yeah.
not going to immediately start and be great at building. So my tip for anybody starting is just when you start, build. Just start, build. If it's bad, if somebody criticizes it, don't like try to like tell insult them. Take that criticism and see if you can change it.
That's a really good answer. Honestly, it's like people always kick you out of the map or they try to like they ban you or they expose you for oh wait, I was disconnected. I got disconnected for a moment, sorry. So basically when people criticize people, they either kick you from the map or they ban you. But what they should be doing is listening to your information to make improvements. I agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like one of like the most important people to me is Tormanen, and they've been tough criticizing everything I do from scripting to music, and I appreciate it. I appreciate that because I know I'm doing something wrong. If Tarm's like, oh, this I don't like this, he will tell me flat. He will tell me to my face, and he doesn't try to pad it, which is just like a great thing. Which is like great having people that are honest to you.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's like you only learn from mistakes if they're shown to you, or if you learn from them,
Mhm.
then you get better at things. The next question here is, what was the most difficult part of making these maps? What would you say
It
is
would
the most difficult part? Besides like the
it would
scripting, like did you have to like walk back and forth or do the parkour as you build it, or how what was difficult?
the time. When if you're talking about when I'm building it, most of the time I always have a no damage script on, and the parkour isn't that hard, at least for me,
Oh.
because I'm the one building the maps. So like the
Hear
parkour,
me, I'm just
if I don't
building
like the
like
parkour, I'm not going to use it.
yeah.
But
Me when I yeah.
if I had to say the hardest part would be like definitely getting it into like Dean sites, and I've been extremely lucky in that because there's a lot of great builders like Alter Con State who've made a bunch of maps, but they only have one featured one, which is like they've made some great maps. I can list some. State's made Champion, which is like amazing. It's a fun parkour. Con's made Archaic and Landscape, and then Alter has Sworn as well as Renovan. They're all amazing maps that Dean's just never like seen. And I've been very fortunate to have great friends, especially Mallow and Zim. They're like the only ones that Dean talks to, and they're always going up to Dean, being like, "Hey, check out this map that's you made," which is like they're extremely nice and they're extremely helpful in that regard.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
I mean, you've had a lot of dramas, and like Mallow and Zim, they're always like they're not going to immediately judge you because of something else that somebody said, like Pumpy and Pigeon. They're going to like listen to both your sides, which is like they're extremely nice people, as well as like they have actual connections to Dean, which has been like which me I'm very fortunate to have them, uh, be good friends with them.
Yes, I've contacted Dean a couple times. Sometimes he gets back, other times he just ignores my messages. I think he's annoyed with me at this moment, but I usually just send him a list of people to like get rid of for like really bad hacking or scamming, but really it's like he doesn't really care anymore. Um,
Yeah, it's been like he had an 8 month hiatus, and then he had an account that I'm like 90% sure is him, but I'm also not.
yeah, I'm not sure about that either.
It's
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 just
it's
kind
it's
of
very fishy.
suspicious of all days he chooses to come today instead of the day he lost his account, or if he was off. I don't know. It's weird.
I don't understand how people can lose their accounts. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
lost
I
my
mean,
first account. I don't know what the hell happened to it. All
I
right,
mean,
I'm gonna try and hop onto the maps that you have in questioning. If you would like to
um,
join, you can.
okay, sounds good.
I'm just gonna quickly get on. Um, I'm gonna play around
Are
with
you
it, like see what's up or whatever.
are you going? I feel you should definitely go to the quest versions because a lot of them, because I believe I've taken the checkpoints
I don't
out of the
believe I
normal
have
versions.
beaten Icore yet. Um,
Um,
let's see. I got the Tower by Tamarin, Coaster Hell. Somebody changed the name, maybe. I don't know. No,
mm,
I have not beaten Icore yet or Catalyze.
I'm at Icor right now.
You're on
Coaster Hell's a
Icore?
very interest. Yeah, Coaster Hell's a very interesting one because it's bugged. But so basically, there was a script, but the script's written in Chai script. So
Yes, yes.
yeah, it's written in Chai script, so it doesn't work, but it's still possible because of the
So is
bug.
this you right here?
Yes, I'm bad. I have not played parkour in ages.
Ah, so you are the map maker. That's
Yes.
wow. Okay. Do you care to put on no damage scripts at the moment? Just so we
I
can
do
like
not. I don't have access to the quest versions.
oh you don't? I think
Yeah,
that's
Dean
because you
removed
like
them.
sold the map to the game owner, Dean.
Dean makes a copy of the map and puts and credits the creator for
Ah,
each of the
yes.
creators. So if you went to just normal iCore, I would have access there. Oh my
Do you
god,
wanna go on that map quickly, just so we could
I'm
like go
embarrassing
around
myself.
and
Yeah.
see
Let's
what
go.
it's all like?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
That makes sense. I'm like,
Owns this version.
it's wow. Okay. So if you're the most if you're the most proud of these maps, like what do you think like people would want you to try to do better with these maps? I mean, they're really well made, so I don't believe many people would really care to improve such maps, but um
Uh, if I had to like have a nitpick with like my with like if I had to pick one thing that I've not done particularly well, it's use a variety of blocks. All of them, I would say most of these maps, they're all using pixels. They're all using pixels and gradients, and the parkour is pretty similar. I guess they're like using different color palettes and all that, but like the blocks are kind of stale. I
ah,
think damage is off. Okay, yeah, it is. I stripped all the checkpoints from this because
you have
I'm very
access?
poor.
You have
Yeah, I have
access in
access
this
to it.
map? Nice. So I'm guessing that other account is your first account, but you
The
maybe
other
lost the
account is
password or
Khan.
something?
Nah, the owner is Khan. He's one of the people that he
Ah, yes,
basically
Khan.
helped me
I've
build this.
seen
Yeah,
him do
you
some
could,
pretty crazy scripting.
he's mainly known for his park. Like he built a lot of parks. Like, and I really wish Dean would feature more of them.
Yeah. This is great. And the
He did.
scripts still work, like nothing's bugged out.
Yeah,
This is a pretty good
it,
map.
a lot of the fire he did like he did a lot of the fire, which is like something that's like damn, like he like I still don't know how to make, like I can make a fire like this, but like he just does it way better.
Oh, I remember coming to this point and then I gave up because this map just gets really hard or something like that.
uh I'm gonna be honest, I made a lot of the gameplay and I'm not particularly proud of it.
I mean, it's alright. It's better than what I could ever do. I'm not really much of a builder. Yeah, you see this? Ah, I already fell.
Oh,
Oh no, we both
I
fell.
can summon you.
Alright, thanks. So one other
I should
question is, did you first play Coaster Town or did you come from Diggers.io?
I started with Coaster Town. If you like, I don't know, Diggers just isn't appealing to me.
Yeah, it's more of a battle royale game. It's I wouldn't say these games are really related in any way. I mean, they are, but like just the
Random history fact.
just one is
Like,
more for creativity and building, the other's for like a whole other purpose, like basically any IO game you play.
yeah, Diggers was originally meant to be part of Coaster Town.
Yes, I know about that. That's why he
So,
tried to start a merge, but that never happened, sadly.
yeah. So, this is like a very interesting gameplay feature that that I kind of liked a lot. It's basically inspired by the ship game mode from Geometry Dash, where you can just basically can freely go move around without being bothered too much by gravity, and that's why you see this in Catalyze too. I believe there was supposed to be a heart here.
Yeah, that's I was just about to say something looked very familiar about this. I don't know how,
It
but like I played a lot of
it
Geometry Dash
feels
in my day and I'm like, yeah, this is I can see a lot
a
of
lot of
good stuff.
like the good builders in the community, like they played a lot of Geometry Dash. Zim, I'm pretty sure he cleared 9 circles. Charm, I'm pretty sure Charm got pretty far on like Cataclysm too. Like they're like some really good Geometry Dash players. I'm nowhere near them, but like I still enjoy Geometry Dash.
So Do you think Dean has to beat the map that you make before he can publish it, just to see if it's like
I
possible, or does
No,
he
he
just
doesn't.
agree and say, "Hey, this actually works"? Would you be able to summon me again, please?
Well, I know for a fact he doesn't because when I submitted Catalyze, he was like, "Nope, this is too hard," and he was just like, "Just give me the coordinates of the ending." So he
Oh,
definitely doesn't have to beat it.
I see. Ah, that's really cool. That's why I was like, wait a minute. I don't believe anybody's really ever beaten
All right, I'm smart. It's over here.
what's it
What
called? What's
happened?
that other game called? That really hard one, Torture.
Torture. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, Dean actually spent time to beat the tower. Dean actually took his time to beat torture." I don't believe any of that. I don't believe it for a second. It's just a rumor because he explicitly told me when I submitted Catalyze that it's too hard, and like Catalyze is way easier than the tower in my opinion.
Yeah, this is a pretty easy game, I would say, but there is some pretty hard parts, but I mean, altogether, this is a really good map. You should be proud of it. Don't feel bad if people say it's horrible or too hard. Just
Oh no, I
it
don't.
it gives people a reason to improve on what they're not good at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, difficult. Like if you're talking in terms of difficulty, I don't listen to people in terms of difficulty because it's like, well, I don't know. I don't get how you can criticize difficulty when it's completely subjective.
Yeah, basically. Thank you.
But like with builds, definitely, if somebody's gonna criticize it, like if they're just coming here just to be toxic, just be like, this fucking sucks. Please summon me at the end. Like, no, just get out of here. But
Yeah,
like,
literally,
if
what is up with that? I keep hearing people say such things.
if you're like if you're like actually honest and you're like, this tree looks wonky, this this house looks weird, I don't like the roof of the house, something like that. You should That's like perfectly good criticism, and you should take that to heart. Like, it's very important.
Yes, the importance of anything really is important. That was just a
Like,
weird fact I was just making it. It was not really related to anything.
con- constructive criticism is the most important thing, but like, it should
Basically,
be.
just don't be too toxic about it, and you're basically good to go. Like, there should be
Yes.
boundaries on things, and to be honest, like, yeah, it's good. I'm literally gonna be another. I'm gonna be a fan of yours soon. This is really good building.
Oh, you should. I gotta give my credit to Khan. He did like a lot of the work here too.
Yes, I miss Khan. He
He
hasn't
still
been
plays.
active for a while, I don't think. Has he?
He plays under a different name because I always joke with him. He probably half the CT player base is probably just his alt accounts.
Yeah, probably.
He plays under Orisaki.
we c- wow, okay. So has anybody ever, and I mean anybody ever, accused you of like quest farming this kind of thing because you build the map, or like I don't know, it's like I feel like somebody would say, yo, you built the map so you can make alt accounts to quest farm the map that you built, so you're used to what you built, you know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing. Do you think people have done that to you at all?
Don't think so because interesting quirk about because you can only display so many quests at a time, and they're not like random. They're in the order that they were approved. And as somebody who joined the game pretty late, these are like at the very bottom, so I don't have any way of accessing them until a bit later. And even though I built them, I still find the gameplay a bit challenging. I mean, you saw me failing pretty hard at the beginning of this. Like, it would probably be easier to just farm up like normal. It would probably be easier to just farm things like what is called adventure.
Yeah, those were good maps. Egg Venture was pretty easy. Probably one of
Yeah,
the easiest ones. It
it's
is,
definitely the
right? It
easiest.
is?
And carts are on.
Yeah, literally, carts are on. I mean, I remember when I first joined, I had to cart hop everybody because I didn't understand how parkour worked or where the hitbox exactly was. So
Yeah, the hitbox is so weird. I mean, that's the entire reason ladder parkour exists is because the hitbox is weird.
yeah, it's literally from your feet to the top of your pants. I think I've read that in a parkour. Um,
I I
what
think
was
it
it?
might have
Cookie
been
Jump? I
states.
read that from.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it was states or it was probably just a hard one.
I know it
It
was
might
a parkour.
it might have been it might have been chamber iRubies. I'm not
Uh,
sure.
so you've met Mean Dean in person, right? Like as
A
like in
couple
the
of times.
game, a couple
Yeah,
times.
I've yes. I was fortunate enough to stumble across him. Give me a second.
Yeah, that's pretty fortunate. I think I've only stumbled in him maybe once in Coaster Town. I feel like maybe that was him. His account name was not Mean Dean, but like he had admin abilities, like
I don't
actual
think
like
that's
game
him.
owner abilities. So maybe it was him. I'm not sure.
I think it might have just. I'm pretty sure that's not him because from what I know, he only has three accounts: Mean Dean, Tater Tot, and Meow.
Meow.
Just yeah. If
Just M E O
if you're
W.
yeah, if you're in game, go to that park right now. Meow.
All right, I'll go there. Yes, I think I've
Look
met Meow a couple times. I did not know that was Dean. Are you actually
look
serious
at the
about that?
look at the creation date.
The creation date is 2017. Is that when this game
It's
was made?
the game was released October 2017. This park was made in September, a month before that.
Ah, and
And
his map is just
it's just blank.
blank. Yeah.
uh
So
yeah.
I got a question that's not really related to you, but do you believe that Diggers.io maps come from Coaster Town worlds?
I've never seen them, so no.
Oh, I was just
I'm
wondering because like the skyboxes and like, well, I
like
guess I'll never know
they
then.
were if they were, they'd probably have like some random names like that nobody would ever know because
Yeah, they
a
do.
lot of people like a lot of people
Random,
just search
random
for like
name.
old names and like with how connected I am, I've never heard of it.
Wait a second. I think I can actually figure this out right now. I can myth bust this right now. If I go to Diggers right now and go into a random match by battling, it says go to random plateaus. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to spell that correctly. Do you know how to spell that?
I did not catch what you said.
Random plateaus. I don't know. I'm
Plateau.
just gonna pick an easier map, something that's easier to spell. Uh, fancy words will always get me. Again with the random plateaus.
Plateau? Is that the word?
Yeah, I think it's random plateau. I just want to see if these are Coaster Town maps. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna Plateaus. I'm gonna see if that's a map quickly. Search for parks. Random.
Random plateau. I don't think it is.
Hold on. I want to see maybe I don't know. I just have to wait for this elimination because there's one named something Towers and
Huh.
P.
That's like it kind of makes sense if they were, but I don't think they are.
Yeah, I can't tell. It's the chat is going way too quick with kills. So, one last question before we wrap it up. Unless you want more questions, it's really up to
Oh
you.
no.
No, it's all right.
Yeah.
Um,
I have some time.
what was the most scariest thing you've seen on CT? I mean, people are like, CT scary? How? I mean, but like, there's maps like this which are pretty concerning. Like, why would they name a map that?
The CUM one.
Yeah. um, what
I
would be
would
the
say
most
huh. I
concerning
feel like
moment?
it's
It can be in chat, could be a player's action, could be something somebody said, or a map based on something particularly anything. What do you think?
I would say it would have to be a KKK park. There's a lot of K there's definitely a few KKK parks out there, and
Oh no.
there was one a while ago which I encountered, which basically was like on like the popular page, and
Oh
like
man, I love this.
somehow Mallow and I both got access there, and we just destroyed it.
Oh my god. You know what's funny? The map owner for KKK is Stop Dude. It's like he's trying to tell them stop it with the racist thoughts.
Oh, I think Dean's definitely not moderating parks a lot.
Yeah.
Because if there's the n there's if you put it at the N word park like without an I, with the I replaced with a one and the E replaced with a three, like those parks have been around for a really long time.
Are they still around now?
Yeah, they are. You can
It's best if we
if you
don't
want.
go there.
Yeah, but like Dean definitely doesn't moderate parks a lot, which is
Yeah,
concerning. But
sadly.
like you can kind of just ignore them.
Ah. So overall, you're happy with this game. Like, it might be dying soon. I'm not sure. It looks like players are starting to come more often because there's a lot more players today than there has been in the last week. So
I think that's just some of the old players coming back. Yesterday I saw State, Zeta, as well as
yeah,
connecting some like really old players.
I
Eclipse,
just saw whoever this person is, Tamaranian.
Carmanen, yeah.
Yeah. Um, I swear he's up to something really suspicious. I posted on Reddit and everybody just ripped off my head, so I was like, whatever.
Tarm's kind of like that quiet person, but he knows like he built amazing quests. He can do script. He can do music. He's very talented, for sure. He's just quiet, like.
Yeah.
But if that's all the questions you have, then I guess that's good.
All right. Yeah, it was very nice talking. I guess I'll see you in future live streams or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.